So good morning, all the delegates. Good morning today. I, Dr. Motu. Good morning, sir. Very good morning. So I, Dr. Motu Singh, and my co-host, Dr. Nilanjana Dottoy from Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. Just let me mute other participants.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Tufan, please take care of this.
Ma'am, it is still going.
Yes, Tufan?
Yes, Tufan.
Just a second, ma'am. I think it is still echoing.
From whose device it is echoing, Tufan?
Just let me figure it.
I am not visible.
Shumimal sir, I have muted you just for a while. It might be going from your machine.
Yeah. So now we are starting, right? Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay. So thank you, Tufan. Thank you, Tufan. Good morning, all the delegates present here. I, Dr. Motu Singh, and my co-host, Dr. Nilanjana Dottoy from Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata, wholeheartedly welcome you all today in this online platform for this 3-day-long international conference on network security and blockchain technology, ICNSBT 2021, organized by Computer Society of India, Kolkata, from 2nd December to 4th December 2021. Now, to start with, first I would like to say something about Computer Society of India. The Computer Society of India has been instrumental in guiding the Indian IT industry since its formative years. The mission of CSI is to facilitate research, knowledge sharing, learning, and career enhancement for all categories of IT professionals, while simultaneously inspiring and nurturing new entrants into the industry and helping them to integrate into the IT community. Encouraged by the earlier responses and maintaining its earlier tradition, CSI Kolkata chapter is organizing an international conference on network security and blockchain technology, ICNSBT 2021. To inaugurate the conference, now I would like to request Shri Sourav Chakraborty, Chairman, Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter. Over to you, sir. Sir, muted. You are muted, sir. Kindly unmute yourself. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. So the first item in the agenda of this conference is lighting up the lamp, and I have a pleasant task of doing that. So we will light up the lamp right now, and probably you can join us. Everybody who is present in this particular conference, they can join us. So let's do that. So it's a very good initiative. Okay. So you can remove this now for the time being. Okay. And with your permission, Motushi, can I go ahead with my welcome speech? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all authors, guests, special invitees at ICNSBT 2021. I would like to welcome keynote speakers, invited speakers at the technical session, session chairs, come judges, session moderators, and all those who are directly or indirectly associated with today's conference. This is the first time Computer Society of India Kolkata chapter is holding an international conference on network security and blockchain technology. For any new initiatives, there is always a challenge, and this time it is no exception. However, considering the present pandemic situation, the conference turns out to be a success with 152 papers submitted. The program chairs, who has done a commendable job, will speak details about this later in this conference. Encouraged by the earlier responses and maintaining its earlier tradition, CSI Kolkata chapter is organizing an international conference on network security and blockchain technology from 2nd to 4th of December in online mode. The conference has been approved by Springer. All accepted papers will be published by Springer's series of lecture notes in networks and systems, and that is indexed by Scopus and others. The program chairs will subsequently speak about this later in this conference. This conference will address 3 tracks. Track 1, security and privacy. Track 2, network security and its applications. And track 3 will be blockchain technology and its application. We have a galaxy of keynote speakers who will be addressing this session, namely Professor Bert Freenel, University, Belgium, Professor Claudio Orlandi, Aarhus University, Denmark, Professor Joe Lee, Oregon University, USA, Professor Michael David, National Intelligence University, Washington, D.C., USA, Professor Feng Hao, Warwick University. The session chair for the invited talk that we will be having later in this conference in the second half will be chaired by Professor Sakurai from Japan. The invited speakers who will be participating in the technical session today will be Professor Dr. Somiran Chattopadhyay, Professor PCGS Centers for Research and Education in Science and Technology. Invited talk by Dr. Omlan Chakraborty, Head IT and Technology Innovation Center, Government of West Bengal, Professor and Director, E.K. Chaudhary School of Information Technology, University of Calcutta. We have another speaker from the industry, Sri Kaushik Nag, who is a security expert. He is the security architect at Cisco. The closing session remark will be given by Dr. Subhabrata Chaudhary, the Vice Chairman, Computer Society of India, for chapter. The inaugural session, the closing remark will be given by Dr. Debashis, Secretary, Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter, and ICNSBT 2021. Sir, I welcome you all to this international conference, both the keynote speakers as well as the invited speakers at the technical session. It will be improper on my part if I do not mention that this inaugural session is sponsored by C-DAC Kolkata. Thank you very much, sir, for your kind support and cooperation. I also thank ISOEH, Indian School of Ethical Hacking, for supporting this conference. Thank you very much once again. With this, I conclude my deliberations with the news that we are coming up with few more conferences, the details of which will be available in our website. And I'm sure that all of you who are present here and many of you who could not attend this conference, they will sessions and the conferences also. This conference has been fine-tuned to meet various challenges from time to time, as it has passed through a very difficult phase of second and third phase of COVID-19 pandemic. Considering all odds, CSI Kolkata chapter, the program chair, the organizing chair, all the committees of under ICNSBT, they have worked tirelessly to make this conference a grand success. My thanks to all the committee members for their unstinted support and cooperation. With this, I conclude my deliberations. May I now request the session moderators to take charge of this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your warm welcome to this 3-day long conference. Now, it is my pleasure to call our next speaker, Dr. Nabarun Bhattacharyya, to deliver his inaugural talk. Dr. Bhattacharya is a Senior Director and Center Head, C-DAC Kolkata. He is a PhD in Engineering from Jadavpur University. He is an adjunct professor at IIT Kharagpur and Macaut, Kolkata. His research interests span in the areas of sensors, IoT, AI/ML-based analytics, high-performance computing, and cyber-physical systems. Dr. Bhattacharya has over 180 publications and 12 book chapters on electronics, computer systems, and pattern recognition. He holds 35 patents delivering from his research. He is the recipient of a number of awards and honors that include CSI Award, Intel Award, and C-DAC's Best Scientist Award. I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning to all the guests, because these days we call dignitaries on screen. We can't call dignitaries on dais. So I welcome all the dignitaries today present for this very important conference, international conference on network security and blockchain technology. So once you talk of network security as well as blockchain technology, actually you are covering a very, very big spectrum of technologies, especially these kind of conference. I'll congratulate CSI Kolkata to organize on these two topics, because nothing can be more relevant than network security and blockchain technologies today, because I was just going through some statistics, and globally now we have got 4.66 billion internet users. 4.66 billion internet users, and that is almost 59.5% of global population. So these many people are using internet through some network. So network is very important, and 92.6% of these number of users, they use internet through mobile platform. So mobile networks also is a subset of this big network, which 4.66 billion people are accessing and using. And in India, I was trying to find out how many people really directly use internet, and the numbers are mind-boggling, overwhelming. That is 560 million people in our country. We have 1.3 billion people. Out of that, almost 45% plus people, they directly use internet. And by next year or by 23, the projected number is going to more than 65 crore, that is 650 million. So, and India also is the second largest online market in the world. So what is happening? Network in the bigger sense, then mobile network, and then the online market, that is electronic commerce. They are coming and becoming very relevant, not only for the advanced countries, but also for developing countries like ours. Now, with these mind-boggling figures, one point is loud and clear, that internet users are spread across length and breadth of the globe. There is no denying this fact. Now, through internet, it's also done that not only we do data sharing, we do sharing of a lot of entertainment content, but also we do e-commerce because we are the second largest online market in the world. So security in the transactions is of prime importance because, you know, in conventional security scenario, suppose I stay in Salt Lake, the police station, local police station in Salt Lake, they will have a fair idea with more than 90% accuracy that who are all the pickpockets around this place, who are all the drug peddlers in this, who do other kind of trafficking, illegal trafficking, various things, and they have a fair idea because the police station has got a periphery, defined periphery. Now, this in the cyber domain, in the domain or in the field where 4.66 billion internet users are there, they don't have any limit in terms of boundaries. One of these 4.66 billion internet users may sit in Nigeria and try to hack the bank account of any of us, where the local law enforcement authorities will have no clue about, and they will use this bigger network, then mobile network, and all kind of local area networks to do so. So network security is very, very important. And this particular conference, in the welcome address, I came to know that this is the first time CSI Kolkata is organizing such conference. Definitely, this is very relevant. Now, I'll come to what I thought, since the spectrum is from network security up to blockchain, and I'm sure in the following invited talks, keynote addresses, or the presentation of various researchers, a number of issues, nitty-gritties, technicalities on all these topics will be discussed at length. I'll try to apprise all of you about what C-DAC is doing in this area, in the national level, and that will give a fair idea of what all are the advanced research that has been happening in these areas, because all of you may know, few of you may not know, that C-DAC stands for Center for Development of Advanced Computing. C-DAC has got 12 centers spread across length and breadth of the country. And C-DAC originated in the year 1988, when there was a denial of technology by USA. India wanted to buy supercomputers for weather forecast. But that was those days the sanction regime was on, and United States of America denied the technology to India. They did not want to sell the supercomputer to India because they thought that may be used for defense research or space research or atomic energy research. So India decided to make supercomputers themselves, and you will be very pleased to know that C-DAC makes Param series of supercomputers, various computing capability, and lot of derivatives, various variants of our products are there. And Param series of supercomputer is not only used in the country, but also more than 25 other countries other than India, they use supercomputers made by C-DAC. Now, having made supercomputing possible through indigenous methodology in this country possible, C-DAC has taken up a number of thrust areas as their research focus. And one of them, or one of the most prominent of them, is cybersecurity. which actually takes care of the topic of today's conference, that is network security and blockchain technology. In C-DAC, what we are working on a pan C-DAC mode on a mission for cyber secure India. We have a mission program in a pan C-DAC mode, and the essential verticals of that program I'll try to highlight here. First vertical is critical infrastructure security. That is one issue for the country. It's very, very critical and important, like the power, utility, oil and gas, energy sector. So critical infrastructure security is one of the most important issues, and there we are developing a security architecture, the procedures, products and solutions to transform critical infrastructure into a secure, resilient, adaptive, sustainable, and digitally enabled ecosystem for the country. And we at C-DAC Kolkata is working with a number of power sector agencies, organizations like DVC, NTPC, or a number of other state governments. We are actively working in collaboration with a lot of national and other institutes, academic institutions too. So please know that once we talk of network security for the country, critical infrastructure security is very crucial, and C-DAC is trying to work in this area. Then another very crucial area is cyber forensics. Now, any network security lapses have happened, or somebody has committed a crime, cyber crime, then like conventional crimes, after it has happened, the forensic procedures are there, standard operating system procedures are there, where this crime can be analyzed and you can pin down to the criminal through the evidences that is legally acceptable. So this cyber forensic area needs to be strengthened in the country, and that will certainly lead us to pin down the cause of any breach of network security and take corrective and preventive measures so that our system and the network system may be really cyber safe and resilient. To this end, in the cyber forensic domain, we are working on design development of forensic tools, starting from smart device forensics, IoT forensics to social media forensics. Then we are working on various smart device forensics, then vehicle forensics. Now vehicles having a lot of electronics, IoT devices and connected vehicle concept is coming, and a lot of traces are left if the meaningful tools and techniques are available to analyze the data available in a moving vehicle. Then multimedia forensics, like when we share the content, video, audio, multimedia content, there a lot of forensic tools and techniques can be done. Document forensics, IoT forensics, and fintech forensics. Now fintech is one of the rising horizons, emerging frontiers of our economic and societal development. And there, the fintech forensics also is one area one has to seriously look at, and C-DAC has taken it up as one of its R&D focus to develop tools, solution techniques to have the analysis of fintech related crises or problems or the breach of security. Then as a third area, we are working on AI-based integrated threat intelligence platform. We are trying to develop a SIEM system which combines log management, user entity behavior analytics, security incident response, and into a complete end-to-end security operations platform. Now, you know, a lot of data centers are there, mini, micro, macro, big size, and a number of data centers in all these states, all these cities, even in the rural areas. You access data centers, and data exchanges take place through state data centers, or the sectoral data centers also are there. Now, to have the security operations, log management, user and entity behavior analysis is very important. And C-DAC is developing an indigenous threat intelligence platform that will be part of the data centers, so that you can have really safe and secure data and exchanges of data through internet, safe and secure. And another area that we are working on is edge intelligence, IoT security for smart city mission. Now, here we are concentrating on focusing on design development of security solutions for protection of IoT devices, incorporating secure, lightweight, embedded operating system, self-aware IoT devices, lightweight cryptography and identity management, and of course, blockchain assisted IoT security. To make big things small, this now, all of you please keep in mind that 5G is knocking at our doors. And as of now, many of us are having 2 to 3 connected devices, and these connected devices number will go manifold once 5G is available and operational. In that scenario, all the things in your home, in your office, individuals, in the health sector, in the education sector, in the agriculture sector, things will be connected. And then the edge intelligence, edge intelligence means edge computing will be really happening that time, with a lot of embedded intelligence into it. And this area we need to focus on. We need to do research on, so that we can make that that ubiquitous connected system more stable, more resilient, and more secure. And then, of course, one more issue C-DAC is working on is the area of cloud security. Now, the objective of cloud security is to secure the cloud environment, incorporating zero trust security framework, then homomorphic encryption, secure cloud DNS, PKI solution, and other solutions of C-DAC like ePraman, then DigiLocker, then eSign, etc., end-to-end unified disaster recovery, malware analysis, etc. Also, audit and assessment framework for cloud environment. That's not there as of now in India. Secure microservices-based banking solutions, that's not there. Then offering the developed solutions as services from C-DAC's own cloud. C-DAC is coming up with the AI cloud. So through that cloud, that kind of services will be provided to the nation. Now, once again, let me summarize that cloud security is one of the area. A lot of work needs to be done. We are fully dependent on Amazon or IBM clouds. They have taken Microsoft cloud. They have all the procedures, methodologies put, but more or less they are guarded. In India, we need to really develop the cloud security, not only cloud security, but its methodologies, how the really audit will be done, how microservices can be launched with secure coverage, So that is one issue. So these are the areas where, in addition to normal network security, malware detection, the conventional financial security arrangements, these are the areas on network security and cyber security C-DAC has been working. And I'll also try to highlight what C-DAC is doing on blockchain technology. We are very much into blockchain technology. As all of you know, I need not explain what is blockchain, but still, as a cursory look, it's a decentralized computation and information sharing platform. Blockchain is a decentralized computation and information sharing platform. It enables multiple domains, multiple authoritative domains who do not trust each other, but they will cooperate, coordinate, and collaborate in a rational decision-making process. Blockchain enables that. Blockchain is a platform that enables multiple authoritative domains to cooperate, coordinate, and collaborate. And every node, every domain node maintains a local copy of the database. That is what is the uniqueness. And you know, blockchain is totally transparent. It is time-stamped. Any data, any block is created is time-stamped. It's immutable. You cannot change it. Once it has been, a time-stamped data has been entered into a block is created, you cannot mute them. You cannot do any change or corruption or manipulation on those things. No single point failure, irrevocable, is programmable. So this is what blockchain about. It's a data storage platform with all kinds of security, and no possible methodologies as of today is available through which you can really break the security of blockchain. Having this kind of blockchain technology with all these kind of features, we have in C-DAC started working on design and development of a unified blockchain framework for offering national blockchain services for India. India is coming up with its own Indian ledger, Indian blockchain framework for service and creation of blockchain ecosystem in the country. Basically, this is a project being funded by Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India, and C-DAC is working so that geographically distributed national infrastructure for deployment of blockchain solutions over multiple platforms, that should be possible. Technology stack will be developed with open APIs for easy onboarding of applications pertaining to various domains, starting from health, agriculture, fintech, or land records, etc. Easy integration with existing services. So our objective is not only to develop a framework, but that should be easily integrate. We should be able to integrate easily with existing services, namely DG Locker, I told you, eSign, ePraman. These are the national services being already provided. So they should be, you should be able to integrate with them. Interoperability across the deployed applications on cross platforms and chains, increase performance of smart contracts, enhance security and privacy for sensitive information. These are the basic scope which will enable us to architect an unified blockchain technology framework, technology stack for India for rapid end-to-end secure, scalable, and interoperable blockchain-based application development and deployment. We are working on this. All the C-DAC centers are involved, and we are in a very advanced stage with a number of stakeholders, academic institutes, industries, government departments. They are the stakeholders here. And our objective is to demonstrate the evolved unified blockchain framework and application on distributed infrastructure. Also to launch blockchain as service. Then blockchain sandbox. We want to create a blockchain sandbox that provides a test bed for developing solutions before deploying. You can use that framework as a sandbox to develop your own application, or startups can come and develop their application and use this framework as a sandbox. Then accelerating adoption of blockchain in government, because various government departments, they have got crucial data that should be tamper-proof, that should be multiple locations and multiple nodes. And we want to accelerate adoption of blockchain technology in various government operations, including all the state governments. Then organizing, of course, capacity building programs. So these are the various verticals on blockchain C-DAC is working on, and this project is of 3 years duration, and almost we are 1.5 years through. So within 1.5 years more, you can expect like Param supercomputer, Indian ledger, Indian blockchain framework will be available for the people of the country. So what I have told, that this security and blockchain, they are the areas where India needs to really develop its own mission. C-DAC has its own mission. C-DAC is trying its own way. I'll urge one and all in this field to contribute to develop a unified framework for network security as well as blockchain framework for the country, because network security or blockchain technology is highly interdisciplinary. And to develop really meaningful solution in this field, one needs to find a very big scientist within. You have to be a scientist. You have to be a technologist. You have to be an innovator. You have to be a fighter. And last but not the least, you have to be a hardcore Indian to really develop the solutions in the domain of network security and blockchain. Because please believe it, no American will come and develop a solution for your security, your safety, the data safety, data privacy of yours, for your health domain, for your agriculture domain, for your education domain, not for any other domains. They'll come to market their products. But if you really want to develop the solutions for our country, we have to be scientists, we have to be technologists, we have to be academician, we have to also be innovator, fighter, and an Indian to really come out with such solutions. I think I have overshot my time in this inaugural session, and I'm sure that there will be intense deliberations in these sessions to follow. And I'll urge the CSI Kolkata to come out with a set of pragmatic recommendations at the end of this conference, so that we can really contribute to the network security and blockchain initiatives in our country. Last but not the least, there are two kind of clouds in the sky. Some cloud will sound a lot, but not much of rain will come. And some clouds, rain comes, but not much of sound. I belong to the category of sounding cloud, but actual rain of knowledge will come in these sessions to follow. Please interact closely. Try to take the takeaways from those interactions to contribute to Indian network security and Indian blockchain framework. Thank you very much for your kind listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your wonderful words. So next, we are having with us, we are very pleased to announce that today we are having with us Professor Dr. Saikat Maitra, Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology. Professor Saikat Maitra is presently second time the Vice-Chancellor of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, which is formerly known as West Bengal University of Technology. He completed his BSc Honours in Chemistry from the Presidency College, Kolkata, BTech, MTech and PhD in Chemical Technology from the University of Calcutta. He has completed many online specialization courses from different international universities like University of California, Irvine, University of Sydney, Yale University, University of Minnesota, HEC Paris, the State University of New York, the University of Illinois at Urban Campaign, etc. He is a chartered chemical engineer and fellow of Institute of Engineers India, Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers, Indian Ceramic Society, and many other organizations. He is also an executive council member in Indian Society for Technical Education. Professor Maitra earlier worked as a professor and principal in charge at Government College of Engineering and Ceramic Technology, RCC Institute of Information Technology, Associate Professor at University Technology, Petronas, Malaysia, and as Senior Scientist at Central Fuel Research Institute, Dhanbad. He has worked in different industries too. Professor Maitra published about 200 research papers in different national and international journals, presented 60 papers in different conferences, filed 2 patents, authored 3 books and 3 book chapters. He has guided 12 PhD students, completed several funded research projects, organized several training programs and workshops. He visited many countries like USA, Australia, Italy, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Bangladesh, Bahrain, etc. for delivering lectures. He is the recipient of many awards like S.S. Bhatnagar Memorial Award from Indian Science Congress, Lifetime Achievement Award from Confederation of Indian Universities, and from many different bodies and institutions. Professor Maitra is the member of several regulatory bodies. Sir, it is our pleasure to hear from you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for this nice and elaborate introduction.
Welcome, sir.
Good morning to all my co-panelists. Actually, as I'm traveling for taking up an urgent assignment, maybe this deliberation it will be getting disturbed due to these traffic noises and all these things. Kindly excuse for that. Very happy that this Computer Society of India is organizing this conference on a very this important relevant area, which is of national importance now. That is on 5G networks and blockchain technology. And I was listening to the deliberation of the director of C-DAC. He explained nicely the different facets and features of the state of developments of this blockchain technology and 5G networks at this country and what C-DAC is doing. I'd like to add a supplement in this particular area with my perceptions and with our experiences in this important segments. In the last these recent times, the last few years, we have introduced a numbers of programs from our universities in cybersecurity, network security, cloud computing, and blockchains also. In different formats, in certificates, degrees, diplomas, and research programs, and we are encouraging our students to take up this real life projects from different organizational agencies to gather experience to solve certain problems with affordability, and at the same time to prepare for taking up the challenges of the future. And I'm very happy to announce that our students, particularly the students of these generations, they are very much intelligent and they're very much proficient with the this acquiring knowledge and skill in this emerging area at a very fast rate with the natural intelligence. And they have taken up projects from organizations like the Border Security Force. Recently, we are trying to take up certain works from Kolkata Police. And this blockchain is going to disrupt this entire scenario in a positive sense, that it will bring more stability, more security, more trust across the entire country, where we are handling with this a huge volume of data, and as Director C-DAC was mentioning, that this improvement of this trust for making it more secure, tampering proof. So we need to adopt this blockchain technology as quick as possible. And I believe that within this decade that we'll be seeing a phenomenal growth in this blockchain technology. 5G networks is also going to revolutionize this entire, this domains of industry, service sectors, education, healthcare, in all other areas. Recently, we launched a programs on digital health and telemedicine, and there we are foreseeing that tremendous importance of 5G network is coming up, which can be used for this remote operation process in medical sectors and taking patient cares. In education also, particularly with these holoportations and all this adoptions of AR/VR technologies, 5G networks, lots of new things and exciting things are coming up in the recent futures. In entertainments, in service sectors, so, there will be plethora of opportunities. But we need to have a numbers of skilled professionals, experts, to leverage all these emerging potentials and possibilities. It is quite correct that most of the these sectors, most of these things, these are being dominated by multinationals and foreign nationals. But we have also the potentials of developing our own cloud, our own systems, our own networks, and our own professionals to generate these techniques and technologies which are conducive and which are efficient, effective in Indian environment. We have lots of diversity, heterogeneity, and that can be managed, that can be positively leveraged with the adoptions of all these techniques and technologies. We are also working with C-DAC. We are trying to build up massive networks and integrations with different professionals and institutes of eminence and institute for partners of our many programs. And in recent years, in the couple of years, we have, in particularly after the outbreak of this corona pandemic, when we were focused on our digital tools and techniques to continue our all existing practices. Lots of these new things we have introduced, and we are seeing for that there are enough potentials in many areas. And this organization like Computer Society of India, C-DAC, our universities, and all other institutes of similar agendas that we are working in developing network and collaboration and cooperation in a sustainable manner, so that out of all these exercises, this development of techniques, technologies, manpower, everything is possible. And at the end of the day, it is the services to the society and services to the country. Ultimately, everything should be made affordable, made this accessible, be it healthcare, be it education, be it services, all different sorts of services to improve the quality of life of all professionals, of all people of this country. So this is our mandate, and we are working in the directions. I believe that in future is very, very promising and bright, and opportunities are coming up in these different formats. And our researchers, our these trainers, our budding technologists, all are working in the academicians, all are working in the directions. And now this is with the organizations of all these types of conferences, we can sensitize this awareness among the larger section of the community. And with this, I'd like to congratulate the Computer Society of India for organizing this conference, and I'd like to thanks for inviting me, for sharing my views. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm going to reach my destination, so I have to conclude. So thank you once again, and again, my best wishes for the grand success of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful and inspiring words. As to move on to our next special address, I would like to welcome Professor Dr. Manush Kumar Sanyal. Dr. Sanyal is working as Vice-Chancellor of Kalyani University, West Bengal. Previously, he was working as Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Technology and Management in Kalyani University. He is also the former head of department and professor of business administration, Kalyani University. Dr. Sanyal received his PhD in 2003. He has more than 27 years of teaching experience. He is a life member of Computer Society of India. Sir has more than 100 publications, several books in computer science, and his area of interest are machine learning, cloud computing, business intelligence, e-governance, and big data. I once again welcome you, sir, to this event. Over to you, sir.
Good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Audible. It gives me great pleasure to join you all at the inaugural session of the International Conference on Network Security and Blockchain Technology, focusing on the latest trend in blockchain development and its implications. Mr. Sourav Chakraborty, Chairman, Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter, and the organizing chairs of this conference, Dr. Nabarun Bhattacharyya, Senior Director, C-DAC, Kolkata, Shri Kumar, Principal Secretary, Department of IT, Government of West Bengal, Professor A.K. Nayak, former President, CSI, Dr. R.N. Lahiri, VC Techno India, Shri Maulana, ISI Kolkata, Dr. Gautam Hajra, former Chairman, Computer Society of India, Kolkata, Dr. Aniruddha Nak, immediate past Chairman, CSI, Dr. Debashis Dev, and all the members of CSI, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, students, research scholars. It is an honor for me to address such a distinguished group of people. I am personally delighted to see that network security and blockchain technology has been selected as one of the priority themes of this international conference. The emergence and popularity of blockchain technology will significantly change the way of digital and networking systems. We know that blockchain has the potential to help address some of the IoT security and scalability challenges. Dr. Bhattacharya elaborately deliberates the detailed technology of the blockchain. I am not going to the detail. Hope the delegates and participants join from all corners of the world, having wide-ranging knowledge that will share their thoughts and ideas among the participants. I do also hope this conference will significantly contribute to an atmosphere of free exchange of ideas, develop new dimension of research, and encouraging young researchers, faculties, and students for greater interaction. I have a long association with the Computer Society of India. In the past, I have seen a lot of conferences organized by the Computer Society of India. I must congratulate the working committee of the Computer Society of India for this nice conference. Before concluding my remarks, I would like to thank in particular the chairman, CSI Kolkata chapter, and all the members of the organizing committee. I also appreciate the enthusiasm of the participants who have joined here from different parts of the country for their valuable contribution. I wish this international conference a grand success. Thank you all again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your inspiring words. Now, next we are having the program chair of ICNSBT 2021 and Secretary of Computer Society of India, Kolkata chapter, Professor Dr. Debashis De. Professor De is the professor of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and the Director of School of Computational Science of MACAUT, that is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad University of Technology, West Bengal, India. He received the M.Tech degree from the University of Calcutta in 2002 and a PhD from Jadavpur University in 2005. He is the senior member of IEEE, fellow IETE, life member of CSI. He was awarded the prestigious Boy Scouts Fellowship by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, to work at the Heriot-Watt University, Scotland, UK. He received the Endeavour Fellowship Award from 2008 to 2009 by DEST Australia to work at the University of Western Australia. He received the Young Scientist Award both in 2005 at New Delhi and in 2011 in Istanbul, Turkey, from the International Union of Radio Science, Belgium. In 2016, he received the J.C. Bose Research Award by IETE, New Delhi. And in 2019, he received the Shikha Ratna Award by the Government of West Bengal. He established the Center of Mobile Cloud Computing, CMCC, for IoT applications. He is the Vice Chair of Due Computing, STC, of IEEE Computer Society. He published 320 journals and He published in 320 journals and 200 conference papers, 15 books, and filed 10 patents. His H index is 32, citation 5,200, and he is listed in top 2% scientist list of the world, Stanford University, USA. His research interest is in Edge AI, IoT, and quantum computing. Sir, kindly share your views with us. Over to you, sir.
Yes, very good afternoon to everyone. So it is almost 12. And very much thank you. Thanks to all the participants, those who are present here. And it is almost a dream comes true that we have dreamt 6-7 months before. We are going to organize this international conference on network security and blockchain. It is only possible due to the wide circulation and the encouragement from all the CSI members. I can see many senior members are present here, and everyone worked day and night to make this conference possible. And I like to specially thank to all the vice chancellors present here today, the director C-DAC who was present, Professor Bimal Roy, those who have encouraged us to organize this international conference on network security and blockchain. And this conference is already mentioned by the other speakers that is very much relevant towards national security guidelines. And we have almost 10 speakers from all around the world. They're the leaders. And I believe that all the participants will join next 3 days without missing any session. Then they can enrich their knowledge. And you know that we have around 152 research paper received, and our acceptance rate is only 22%. Only 22%. That means you understand that we have done rigorous review and we have selected the best papers. I must congratulate to all those 34 participants, those who are presenting the papers. There are also some best paper awards. So each session we will be giving best paper. So all the best to you for your best presentations, maintaining the guidelines. And we are giving almost 15 to 20 minutes time for each and every papers to submit their detailed report about the research. And we have today and next 3 days, we have various speakers which will be covering the various aspects, recent trends of network security, as well as blockchain. So already our Dr. Nabarun Bhattacharyya has mentioned the details of this theme of this conference, as well as our Honorable Vice-Chancellor, Professor Saikat Maitra. He has also mentioned what is the requirement of this training and need for this new generation to build up this new society of secure India, right? We have to develop our secure India. So we got enough support from our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Sanyal, and we have organized various conferences and with the Kalyani University as well. And this winter season is always a season of conference. We call it season of conference. So we are organizing 4 conferences. This is the first conference of this series. Second conference will be on doctoral symposium on February. Third will be on AI Congress, which will be held at Haldia Institute of Technology at Haldia. And fourth one will be at CSI Kolkata, that is on EAIT. It is the 7th international conference, and the theme is healthcare technology. I hope that we'll get equal kind opportunities, participations from all over part of the India as well as all over part of the world, so that we can make this conference successful. And you know, the technology is always evolving. Every day, new technology is coming up to increase the quality of life better and better. So already some of the points has been touched. So I like to point 2-3 points which is very relevant to this conference. That we are all talking about this network security, right? So in network security, in network, which means internet, right? In internet, if there is no internet, there is no question of security, and security is at stake. So we have observed various parts of the world, still internet is not there. I think everyone will agree. Even in India, many parts internet is not available properly. I think we have Ovijan here. He's also part of this internet society. I think Ovijan is here. So you know that he also works in this internet domain, internet protocols. He's also our MC member. So IEEE has developed technology. Actually, some of the professors from Canada, Professor Wang and myself and some of the groups, we are working on a new technology called dew computing. This is a new technology when even if there is no internet for 2-3 minutes, that means internet is interrupted, the session will be on. That means, for example, in this meeting, we have around 32 participants. In your device, whether it's mobile phone, whether it's a tablet or laptop, internet has gone for, say, a few seconds or a few minutes. Still, we can have this connectivity, which is possible due to this cache memory of that device. So we are developing those technology called cache memory based computing, which will provide seamless computing. And this is known as this very new term called dew computing. I'm also part of this IEEE Dew Computing Society, Dew Computing Group. We call it STC, Special Technical Committee. So around 14 people from all over the world, they are working for the IEEE standard. You know, we call it IEEE standard. Whenever any standard comes, Wi-Fi, say 802.11, it is given by, rather certified by IEEE. So we are planning to provide this kind of dew computing standards, which will be helping for uninterrupted internet connection, as well as which will help for network security. So this is our target. Second point, which is very important, that everyone is talking about 5G technology. 5G is already implemented in various parts of the world. And India, in 2022, I think in August, we are going to launch this 5G. So our device, whatever the mobile phones we are using, they will be almost obsolete. I cannot say obsolete because 4G band will be there, overlapping bands will be there. But if you want to have your high-speed network security as well as facilities, we have to change our mobile phones and devices. So it will go for different bands. Now we are in 2 gigahertz, 3 gigahertz band. So we have to use 5 gigahertz, 6 gigahertz band for this higher bandwidth and those 5G technologies. Not only 5G, we are also thinking, you know, we are all researchers are thinking about 6G technology, which is about to come in 2030. So 10 years before, we are planning some of the technologies which is about to come in 6G technologies, that is called quantum computing. So we have heard about quantum computers, quantum machine learning, quantum system in our school level, quantum physics. When I started working this quantum machines in 2020, means 2000, that means 21 years before, then everyone thought it's just an impossible technology, right? Quantum computing will never come because there is a big problem. Because quantum computers works in cryogenic temperature. That means minus 273 degrees centigrade. So scientists are working for quantum internet, quantum cloud, quantum security, quantum-based blockchain. But the question is, till date, those quantum computers works at -273 degrees centigrade. Now the question is how to use this technology. Now we are all using this quantum computer using IBM Q, and also Google has launched their quantum computers. Using our own device, using our own laptops or mobile phones, we can log into those quantum computers, which works in the low temperature. So that means we are not building this low temperature atmosphere in our house or in our laboratories. Maybe those are with IBM or Google or these big companies, they are having it. And they are allowing these common people to develop the algorithm, to develop the platform for secure internet connections. Right? But when this quantum computing will come, the advantage is that it can compute the data in a very high speed mode, very high speed. That means, that our existing security algorithms like RSA and various other algorithms are there. We can break those data within few minutes or maybe few seconds. That means our existing cryptographic algorithm or existing security algorithms will be at stake. So scientists are thinking about post-quantum cryptography and post-quantum internet. So what will be the structure and what will be the machine learning technologies? Now, everyone knows machine learning or AI, right? But we are thinking about quantum machine learning, quantum systems for this security. So next 3 days, we have planned for this kind of lectures, we'll be listening from the experts. So whatever the things I've touched, they'll be discussed in detail at length. And this morning also I was talking to Professor Sakurai from Japan. You'll be joining us at around 2 p.m. for next 3 lectures today. And I hope that everyone will enjoy this 3 days long international conference. And before I finish, I'd like to thank all the members of CSI Kolkata. Especially I can see Shubhabrata Roy Chaudhary sir and our Shubimal Kundu sir, who is always very dynamic. And I like to thank Dr. Nabarun Bhattacharyya, who is always with us, and Motushi madam, also Nilanjana madam. They're all very, that they're giving all kinds of backend supports to make it possible. I also like to thank Ovijan. Ovijan is very dynamic. He's from TCS Innovation Lab. Also, he's a member of our MC committee. And we also have from ISRO, Debashis Chakraborty, we have Tufan Shaha, and various, I should not miss everyone's name. I have not mentioned everyone's name, but everyone worked day and night to make this conference possible. I like to thank also our chairman, Dr. Sourav Chakraborty, to make this impossible to possible, because we have gone through various kinds of ups and downs, but still we are doing this conference in an online mode. And I hope that we can gather a lot of knowledge, which will help for the society, which will help for our next generation. And I also like to thank our Anindo Bosch, because he has helped for our Springer series. And before I finish, I like to thank our program chairs, Professor J.K. Mondal sir. He's suffering from disease, so I'll pray for his quick recovery. I like to thank Dr. Debashis Giri, and also Professor Sakurai from Japan. He's also program chair, and he's actively involved. He's also actively involved with selecting the papers. So with all these things, I like to congratulate to all the members of this society. And that's it from my side. Thank you. All the best. Great learning. Thank you. Thank you, Motushi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. So here we have come to the end of the inaugural session. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time now, and as well as those who are new. So next we will be having our technical session starting from 2 p.m. onwards. where we are having Professor Sakurai Koichi, Dr. Shomiran Chattopadhyay, and Dr. Omlan Chakraborty. We will be also having with us Sri Kaushik Nath to have the invited talk. So hope to see you all at that time. Thank you all. Here we are closing the inaugural session. Thank you.
Thank you all. The link will remain active. If you wish to stay in the session, you may do so, or you may join before 2 p.m.